You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 129.
129. I'm Secretary of the Segway again.
Let's go. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON, 2 underscores, the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Yes.
Johnny,
Ralph.
my brother.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
I'm sore. So anybody that don't follow me on social media, I'm on my Ralph shit. I'm in the gym now, baby. I'm in the gym now, baby. I'm
gym bros. Let's go.
Let's get it. But also I finally got a chance to play tennis with my best friend yesterday.
Yep.
Shout out to Stevan. I haven't seen him in person in years. Look, let me ask you a question. You know, like when you see people go play like basketball, like pick up basketball and stuff, you see the one weird guy that got like all the gear on. He got on like all the wristbands and headbands and all that.
That wasn't you, was it?
I felt like that was me.
You was
yesterday.
Johnny McEnroe, like the wristband,
like,
headband.
I didn't have wristbands or nothing on, but like I had on like the Under Armour joint and I had like my dry fit shirt over it. But it was
outside.
cold.
I was saying y'all playing outside.
No, we played inside. We played indoors.
Oh,
you know
okay.
it was snow yesterday.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, I thought you was in the elements.
No. I have done that before anyway, but it was cold inside. But like I was getting dressed, I was like, I should probably, wear long sleeves because even like tennis courts, even that are indoors, still like the air circulates in, so it's still a little cold inside. So I was like, let me layer up. Then I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, wait, am I doing too much? I was like, no, I'm good. I need to stay warm. So because I didn't want to catch a cold. I want to catch a cold, but no, it was lit though, man. That's the first time I've been on the court in months. So
okay,
yeah, my back is hurting. My back is hurting.
Gotcha, man. No, man, my week was pretty cool, man. Shout out to YouTube University, man. You know how you just learn things from YouTube, man.
Yes,
like my key fob for my Jeep was going out, and I needed to get it changed. I was like, man, do I really want to spend this bread, go to the the dealership to get this done?
Yeah.
I instantly looked it up, right? They told me the right battery. They told me how to open my keys, go to the, what the exact battery to get, pop it in, boom. Man, I saved myself so much money.
Yeah.
so much money and time. I went to the local Walgreens, grabbed the little coin battery, popped it in. Like new.
That's lit.
So I was very I was just like, oh, I feel so accomplished.
Hey, listen, I know that was a good feeling.
Oh yeah, man. So no, that was good work for me. And then me and the wife saw Scream on Friday. Okay. Short, but not spoiling the film. Scream is my favorite franchise, so I'm critiquing it on that. The killer was like, it's such a letdown because everything else that led up to it, the nostalgia that they tied into it. Okay, I'll give you that. The rebooting of new characters and a new a new Scream universe. I get that. Death of a big legacy character, if you pay attention. Okay, cool. But it's just a killer that didn't do it for me. So if I had to give it like out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it 3.
Okay.
It's like, it's a little cool. Like, they upped the gore. Like they took that up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 2022, baby.
Right? Yeah.
But,
that's funny.
But other than that, it was just, it was an enjoyable film. It's pretty much like playing who did it the whole movie. Like, oh, he did it. No, she did it. No, maybe they together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're doing that a lot. So no, I enjoyed the film though, for the most part.
Did you see the poster? So I remember back when we talked to Orson, I mentioned like the poster said the killer was on the poster.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
was it true?
Probably so.
Okay.
Like I mean, the thing is, I guess because I didn't recognize them, I just those faces didn't stick out to me.
Got you.
The only faces that stick out are the legacy characters.
Got you. Okay. Cool. Yeah,
but probably so. If I went back and looked at it, yeah.
Okay. I'm still looking back to see if all the screams are on like streaming somewhere, because I do want to watch them.
You know what's so crazy? This is the worst one. It's not a bad film. It's just the worst of the franchise.
Got you.
But it's not bad though.
That's how you feel about the Matrix.
Mm.
Matrix Resurrections.
Shit. It's like,
but no, you actually thought it was a bad film.
I really
you did.
Like,
You
I
did.
really had like critiques of that one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I can't even spend a block on this one. You try to convince me.
did.
And
I
I
really did.
This is the thing. I might give it one more try, one more shot. But I know what I saw the first time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I saw the first time. That's the thing.
If you get it, if you decide to watch it again, try to not think of or try to compare it to the first Matrix movies.
This is the problem. They're making me do that. I didn't want to do that. Remember, we had that conversation about nostalgia. You're pumping nostalgia in front of me. So of course, all I can do is think about the first three films.
Yeah.
I
know that. Yeah,
that's where they kept fucking up.
I know it, but I don't know how to convince you. Like
this
I don't know.
Because a lot of elements. Oh, see, now I'm about to get into this back. See, with Scream and Matrix, they're heavily relying on nostalgia. Even Spider-Man, to the extent Spider-Man pulled it off, but Scream and Matrix, like, they kept making these callbacks. Some were clever, some weren't. But it's just like, don't keep pumping the old movie in front of me. I know what the old movie was. If you're trying to introduce a new character or new characters and make it a new universe, okay, let's do that. And kind of have the legacy characters in the background doing their thing, but have them be integral parts of the story. And I feel like the Matrix wasn't performed well. I can't say written, because performed and written are two different things.
True.
It wasn't executed.
Got you. I know. I'm sorry.
That's just me. Trust me. And I was excited for that. I saw the trailer. I was like, yeah.
Me too.
And I saw the movie. I was like,
I am happy that it was on HBO Max, because I really didn't want to go to the theaters.
If I paid, man,
You would have been mad. You would have asked for a refund, a voucher or something.
Yeah, it would have been up there. Oh, kind of. Let's get off before we get off this real quick. So leaving the movie theater, right? They had like one of the workers had a scream mask on, standing at the door waiting on people. So all the kids like screaming and stuff. I walked, and then like I waited till everybody kind of cleared out, because I really don't like dealing with traffic at movie theaters. So when everybody walked out, he's still standing there. So it's only 3 people left in the movie theater. It's me, my wife, and him. Okay. So we walked down the thing, and then we see him. I was like, oh, that's what's up. Like, if he had a knife, I'd have beat his ass. But I was like, oh, that's what's up. Like, hey, bro, like I've been too invested in this franchise. Like, he did that to me.
Right. That's hilarious. I wonder, like, if that was his own doing, or did the theater be like, you know what, maybe you should try this.
Well, they probably just wanted to have like fun. Like, I imagine working the movie theater is very, very stressful. So let's just have a little fun, with the patrons and things like that. And there was one Karen that was just like, I didn't appreciate that. That was not funny.
Of course, it's always one, right? At least, like, it's always got to be one. Like, let people have fun.
I was like, hey man, they got to go in there and clean up your popcorn that you dumped on the floor, man. Let them.
You probably left your whole movie tray in there.
Yes, let them have their things.
Unfortunate. All right, man, we get into it.
Yeah, man. Off the dome, man. I'll go first.
Let's do it.
I think you'll like this one, right? And I'll spread it across. It's a music question.
Okay.
I'll spread it across all genres to kind of give you a chance to think of somebody. Who do you think sacrificed their career by being in a group or being in a part of a group? Oh, rather be rap, rock, pop.
Sacrifice their career by
or just
being in a group.
Career could have been different if they weren't a part of the group, or they break away sooner enough, like those type of things. There's plenty of scenarios.
Interesting. I think the first person that comes to mind maybe JC Chazé from I don't know if I pronounced his last name right, but from
Chavez.
NSYNC.
I think it's Chavez, but yeah.
Chavez. Okay. Well, JC from NSYNC.
Yeah.
NSYNC, one of the best boy band groups of all time, clearly. He was second lead to Justin.
Yeah.
And I think he did like attempt a solo career, but I think that was around the time Justin was doing his too and kind of just fell to the background. I think had he come out as a solo artist, like without NSYNC, I think he probably would have been able to fare at least have a decent career. Not saying he would have been like a super pop star, but I feel like he would have had a decent career.
Yeah. Oh no, I actually agree with you on that because what could have been, but they marketed Justin better. Yeah. But I think JC sings better, but Justin was obviously the focal point of that group. So they pushed him a little bit more. My answer to this question would be Left Eye TLC. I think Left Eye is left out a lot of women rapper conversations. And like when you see her, you know she floated. She had her own image. She had her own style. Being from what she was from Philly, but in an Atlanta-based group. But that was like a dope like platform for her to excel, and she wanted to be solo. But it was just a lot of inner turmoil and within the group and record label situations. And she did record her album. However, it just I think it was like released over in Europe, but it never came out over here.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was something of that nature. And then gone too soon. So rest in peace. Obviously Left Eye, but I just think that if she was able to kind of materialize her career, we would look at it a little bit more differently. I think people respect it. I just think if she had more of a solo catalog, we would be able to talk about her more.
No, I agree. Yeah. I agree because Left Eye was a very, very talented rapper. Like really talented. Yeah. Even like some of her guest verses, the one that sticks out to me is was that Donnell Jones?
Yeah.
Like that. That's a fire verse to me. So no, I 100% agree with that. That's what's up. All right, so my off the dome music question. So I want to ask you, if you had the opportunity, would you rather make the perfect beat or write the perfect verse for a song?
That's a good question. That is a good question. I would say beat. I would rather make the perfect beat. I think the beat sells whatever the person is saying to, whether it be good or not, but it does sell what they're saying and how they use their voice as an instrument across the beat. So I'll say beat.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. So that's actually my answer as well. So okay. I would definitely choose making a perfect beat over writing a perfect verse, because I feel like having the perfect beat will last longer, like over generations, like samples, like all kinds of things like that.
The right drum, not using the drum, like, those type of things do matter.
Yeah, man. And you like, people can take certain parts of the beat and loop that and use it for something else. So I'm just thinking about the sampling capabilities. I'm thinking about commercial placements, movie placements, all that kind of stuff. Like I think the perfect beat has the opportunity to last longer in life than a perfect verse does. Because I feel like perfect verse at some point is going to fade out. At some point. That is my opinion. So yeah, man. That's what's up.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That was off the dome. Who do you think sacrificed their career by being a part of a group?
Yes, and would you rather make the perfect beat or write the perfect verse? Let us know.
Hey, man, we got a lot to get to on this OS docket this week, OS game. But, man, I think we want to start right here because this is so, like, this kind of lit the internet on fire for like a day or two. And then the rest of the week happened. So we'll start right here. TDE artist Reason came out and said that he believes that Fabolous is a better rapper than Andre3000. He was recently on a podcast doing an interview with Van Lathan, and I believe her name is Rachel. Rachel Lindsay. Yep. But he was just getting into his points that he feel like he would love to see a verses, but he feel like if you lined up Fabolous and Andre3000's verses, he has his money on Fab. So people was just kind of like, how do we even get here? But Johnny, I'll let you know.
So when I read this headline, I saw the clip that was posted on Twitter. I immediately asked myself, how old is Reason?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would imagine the generations of hip hop lovers that are younger than us will maybe have the same type of thought. I don't know. So I went and looked up how old he was. Reason is 35.
Okay.
I did not know that. So now I don't understand how he can come to this conclusion. And from the clip, what he was saying was he feels like if you put Fabolous and Andre3000 on the same song, Fabolous has the mental toughness or whatever to say, I'm going to have the best verse on this song, even though Andre3000 is on it. And I just don't know how much I agree with that. Only because of Andre3000's track record when it comes to feature verses. So I don't know.
That's a great point.
I just don't know, man.
I can't even be contrarian here. Like, right? I don't know how we even got to the point of comparing these two artists.
Right.
But this is his POV. And like you said, you did look up his age. So he's 35. We're all in the same age range. We always almost pretty digested the same music at the same time, right? Andre3000 is heralded as one of the best rappers, one of the best lyricists of all time. Fabolous probably wouldn't scratch most people's top 20. Respectfully, right? And I love Fab, right? I think Fab, we did our, top 15 years ago. Yeah. Fab was in my top 10 just off of how he raps. But I enjoy punchlines. I enjoy how Fab raps. Fab does a lot of current event bars. He does. So I think that sticks out in people's mind quicker than what substance that an Andre3000 verse has. But Fab ain't never put out nothing that shook the culture like a 3 Stacks verse. Especially if you're talking about features.
Big facts.
Features. So, and he said that Fab out rap Wayne. Well, with all due respect, I love Wayne. That's not that hard a feat to do, depending on what Wayne you get, because Wayne has so many styles. And think about how many, if you search Fabolous and Lil Wayne tracks, they have so many songs together. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Fab has gotten Wayne and Wayne has gotten Fab. Yeah.
I mean, it's
and you can look up the songs where Lil Wayne is on. I mean, Andre3000 is on the track with Lil Wayne. What you think happened?
Or Andre3000 on the track with anybody. For the most part. And I for some reason I just thought about, I don't know if you saw, but like the rapper report card that leaked online that Kool Moe Dee did back in the 80s and 90s. But when we talk about rapping ability and like hip hop, like the sliders and stuff, like technical rapping, punchline, storytelling, all that kind of stuff, I feel like the only slider that Fab would be Andre in, and it's not by a landslide, would be punchlines. Like
clearly, like that's
the only one. That's the only thing. So it's like Fab is a punchline rapper, and that's why it makes his, I say, content a little bit more easier to digest. True. Especially when you talking about mixtape Fab. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah, man.
But there's no real comparison, and this is not like a pro Andre hate Fab thing, right? Or like I can't even if I wanted to troll, I couldn't even give you a scenario where Fab was better. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I love Fab. The only reason you can say 3 Stacks is better is because he has more bodies of work as a solo artist.
Right.
That's
it. Which is, I won't get back into that, but yeah, with Reason being 35, I'm really flabbergasted that he said this. Like, this is interesting, because I'm still trying to play in my mind how this makes sense. Like, I'm trying to make it make sense to myself, and I just can't. I can't rationalize it. I can't. Sorry, Reason.
Yeah, I don't know what Reason was thinking about, but hey, man, maybe that's his thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just how his POV is.
And that's okay.
No, it's not.
It's not okay.
It's not. It's, when you're wrong, like, you're wrong though. Like that's the thing.
When your opinion is wrong.
When your opinion is wrong. Sometimes,
That's
hey man,
hilarious.
everybody can have an opinion, but you're wrong.
Damn. Yeah.
Nobody says these. Nobody says that.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I'm really still trying to understand his thought process here. It's just it doesn't compute. Like I just don't know.
Man, respectfully, I don't know if Fab is a top 5 rapper from his borough. And listen, I love Fab. Fab might be a top 5. I might have been reaching on that.
Hey man, listen. I would love to hear an extended or hear more of Reason's thoughts on this, because I really want to try to understand his reasoning here. No pun.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Okay, but yeah, we off that. Speaking of TDE, let's talk about another TDE rapper who's stepping out into the producer role. We have Kendrick Lamar teaming up with the creators of South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker. They're going to produce an untitled live-action scripted comedy film for Paramount Plus. But the troll is going to be on a black man finding out his white girlfriend's ancestors owned him. Johnny, your thoughts?
I thought this was a weird pairing. Did you think, like, when you first?
Yeah,
I thought this was a weird pairing, right? Mm-hmm. First of all, South Park is hilarious. South Park is hilarious, and then of course it's Kendrick Lamar, right? So I don't understand how they even got together to even get together on a movie. But then coming to find out what the movie is about, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. I don't even understand how Kendrick Lamar would allow himself to be like involved with this. I don't know. I don't understand it. And I don't understand how this can be a comedy. I don't know, man. It's a no for me.
We asked Kendrick Lamar for an album. And he out here producing movies. Now, I'm not mad at rappers finding other lanes to get money.
Right.
So that's not my argument. But we asked for an album. And you would think, man, Kendrick, man, you have been at this forefront of this Black Enlightenment movement, especially within your music. And not to say that you can't produce content and it has to be pro-Black, Africa Bambaataa type shit. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not even going there either. But what is this? Like, that doesn't even appeal to me.
Like, I'd be upset if this was Kendrick Lamar's idea, right? But I'll be even more upset if this is the South Park creators' idea and Kendrick went along with it.
Either way, it's still
nasty. It's wild
work.
It's wild.
And what's so funny is it probably was the South Park guys, because you've seen the brand of comedy that South Park has produced.
Yes.
You've seen Team America before, right?
I have. Have you seen have you ever seen Basketball?
Yeah. So you know the type of content and stuff that is, they do social commentary all the time, and they're very risque when it comes to, they go let everybody have it. So
yeah.
So I don't even think it's like a pure like, oh, they're trolling Black people right now. But I've never thought like this is not funny. Like I don't care. Like I'm not interested in the least
at all. At all. Like this is, and again, I'm shocked that Kendrick Lamar would even agree to be a part of this. Like it's weird. It's weird to me. I don't get it.
Yeah, man. But we might as well get into this serious bag right here, since we already kind of feeling that way. But the Trey Songz allegations are heating up. Dylan Gonzalez has put out a statement via her IG, which is very looks like a lawyer prepped it. But if you ever go to her IG, what is her name on there? I think it's Dylan Gonzalez.
Yeah, Dylan Gonzalez. Yeah.
I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can see that she is definitely suffering from PTSD from the rape that, the alleged rape that went on between, from Trey Songz in the Las Vegas hotel room. Trey Songz has even released a statement as well that he said he will be fully exonerated. So Johnny, let me ask you the question. Is it time to start taking these allegations way more seriously?
I mean, So my thing is, I'm trying. I don't know if I'm trying not to tiptoe in my thoughts here. Mm-hmm. I never want to not believe black women when they say these things, right? Mm-hmm. So again, if this actually happened, Trey Songz need to be locked up, put him in the same cell as, Bill Cosby them, right? Mm-hmm. There's a small piece in the back of my mind, just a small inkling of a thought. What if whatever happened between them two was like misinterpreted? Mm. Now, I am not saying that Dylan Gonzalez is lying. I'm not saying that. I'm asking because in the back of my mind, I'm just curious because clearly I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. Mm-hmm. What if whatever happened between them two was just misinterpreted? That's all I'm asking.
I don't know, man. It's okay. I'm never gonna say I don't believe victims, and then I'm not gonna say I'm going on a witch hunt either for Trey Songz. Like it is what it is. But Trey Songz has his track record of being, I guess you would say a creep or a predator. So these allegations are starting to rev up, and you have to take them seriously. This is the first person that's actually speaking out. Mm-hmm. Well, not speaking out, but just going forward with prosecution.
Gotcha.
I would say that.
Right.
So, I have no emotional dog in the fight about being a Trey Songz fan. I can, it can go for me.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah. So I'm okay with it, but it's just like, it's so frustrating when these, when celebrities put themselves in these situations. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about Dylan Gonzalez. I'm talking about Trey Songz. Why are you preying on young women? Yes. Why are you can invite whoever you want to the room, my boy. But
that's what I was saying the other
week. Why it should never be left up into interpretation. If you're not having sex with me, get out the room. Yep. And that's not me trying to coerce you into having sex. Like, no, I invited you here for this reason. Mm-hmm. I thought I made that clear, maybe not. But if you're not with it, okay, that's fine. Go on about your business, shawty. I will gladly do whatever I need to do to get myself to wherever I need to go.
Right.
And that's fine.
Right.
But because I don't ever want to, I'm choosing my words very carefully because I don't want to say you would think that celebrities would know not to put themselves in these situations. And sometimes you would think that some of the people that maybe make these allegations why would such and such want me to have to go to this room at, this time of night? That's not me victim blaming. I'm just trying to make sense of it.
Right.
And then you still have the right to say no just because you go to somebody's room. Just because you go to somebody's room 100%. Does not mean that they're invited to your privates. Mm-hmm. That's not it.
Right.
So I'm very I'm just
listen. If evidence shows that Trey Songz actually committed this crime, then he need to go away. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all it is. Because again, like Ralph said, I have no emotional dog in this fight. I have no dog in this fight, period. It's like, I would love to protect black women. So if Trey Songz did this, he need to go. I did find it interesting that Trey Songz did come out with that statement saying evidence will soon come out that will fully exonerate me. Like, why say anything if, I don't know. All this stuff, all of this is weird.
Well, he should remain silent. That's one.
Oh, I agree.
You don't
100% agree.
You ain't got to speak on it, my boy, because you public enemy number one right now. It doesn't feel like it, but at least in the talk amongst those common people, because I still have yet to see any big platform speak on this. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the reason why they're being silent is because Trey knows a lot of things. Like we say, these Hollywood parties are filthy, nasty. So Trey probably knows, oh, you say something about me, I will let this chopper fly, my boy. So
the whole situation is unfortunate. I'm like I feel bad that Dylan even has to go through this with like putting out statements about this, you know, about everything that's happening.
Well, she put out the tweet first, and that was, you know, it was very clear and cut what she was saying.
Right.
There's not left up to interpretation.
Right.
She said Trey Songz is a rapist, right? Or maybe paraphrasing with a word here and there. But that's what she was saying. Now it's a full-blown statement, which was there, you know, that's definitely prepared by a lawyer. I'm not insulting her intelligence because she, you know, she's, you know, educated woman, obviously, but that's definitely a lawyer.
Yeah.
That's definitely lawyer jargon.
I can see that. Yeah, man. Listen, man.
Like, hey, man,
again,
my boy made a song called I Invented Sex. Why are you taking it?
And that's the question I had with whatever last week or the week before. It's like, this is Trey Songz. Like, there are, honestly, I feel like most of male celebrities wouldn't have to commit rape. Like, first of all, there's no reason for a person to do that anyway. But as a celebrity, like, I know women are literally throwing themselves at you. So why do this?
Another form of power.
That's crazy.
It's another form of power, man. It's like, yeah, I know.
That's insane.
Out of the 10 women in this room, I could get the 9. But I want this one that's gonna put up the, you know,
that's insane,
the wall or whatever. But it's still power though. It's still a thing.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, no, man. But I just
damn, we need like a happy segue song or something. Cause that's crazy, man.
That's nasty, man.
I just hope everything turns out well for Dylan. Like, I just hope she's okay.
Regardless.
Like, no matter what, I just hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, all that good stuff, man. Yeah. So
gotta find that healing, man. Just so hopefully, you know, the lawyer and everybody just handles their business correctly and everything. So there's no, you know, lapse in the prosecution. But speaking of business, we got Pete Rock, who's going to file a lawsuit against Nas over royalties for Illmatic. Pete Rock being one of the most famed producers in hip hop history.
Yes.
Being one of the famed producers on the hip hop classic. Now that album is 20 what? How many years?
Let's see. Came out in what, 94? Damn. Like 28. 28?
Yeah.
Almost 30 years.
Yeah,
old?
28. Okay, so 28 years.
God.
Coming for royalties now. But Johnny, what are your thoughts on this whole dilemma here?
So, you know, the interesting thing about this, right? So Pete Rock says that Nas and his team have not paid him royalties for the song The World Is Yours from Illmatic for how many ever years, right? But no, it's all good. But Pete Rock also worked with Nas again on The Art of It and Queensbridge Politics, which ended up on the compilation Lost Tapes 2, right? Which I figure was recorded years before that or whatever. My thing is, if Nas's camp didn't pay you for arguably one of the greatest hip hop songs ever, right? Why work with him again?
Well, he probably made those songs in the same time frame, right?
You think so?
Excuse me. Lost Tapes, yeah. Like, he probably made it around that time and then Nas just sat on it for a while. You know, Lost Tapes is just a compilation of stuff that he didn't put out.
But you think he sat on for like 30, well, almost 30 years? Let me just say
it's possible. Yeah. Because the Lost Tapes was just a new thing.
Yeah. Man. Okay, so that changes my perception of this then.
But yeah, just you sitting on the business part of, like, you know, Nas want my money and my boy.
And
that's how I look at it.
It's interesting because, I mean, shit, Nas at a point now you can pay him himself, like, just straight from his own pocket. So it's weird. It's weird that Nas and his camp didn't pay.
Well, I mean, okay, now this gets to the question of I'm for certain that Nas owns the rights to Illmatic. He owns the masters to it.
Okay.
I feel like I can say that blindly without looking that information up if it was even released. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's more so the record label thing. And then Pete Rock, you were a vet then.
True.
So I felt like you understood more of the business than a young, 19-year-old Nas at the time.
Right.
So I kind of fault you for not being able to take care of your business then.
And I mean, when reading this article, I asked myself, whatever contract that they had, did it state that he would get royalties, or would it be a one-time fee? Because this is 94.
Exactly.
So I was wondering, but it says in the article that the contract says he get a portion of the royalties.
Oh, well, if the contract stated that and you didn't get paid, okay, that's something.
Right.
Now that's something different. Now, if he signed a deal, didn't know what was gonna go on, and now you want to come back, damn near 30 years talking about I want to get paid. Yeah. And still, this is still weird. How you not get paid and it was in the contract? For
years, like this is decades we talking about here. And you know what's okay? See, now my mind is racing. Mm-hmm. Pete Rock ain't get paid for these royalties, right? Mm-hmm. Why are we over here trying to buy these damn NFTs then? We not gonna get our royalties if we get them?
Damn, man, why you do that?
That's what I'm listen.
Well, this website already crashed. So
they weren't ready for that amount of people.
Man, I'm talking about I was ready. I had it. We was ready like it was a sneaker.
Listen, it felt like that. It felt like it. It really did.
I was like, man, I had my little
yeah, the crypto ready.
Yeah, I did it ready, bro. And then I was like, crash. I'm like, what? And I was like, people. And then remember, I had all that that apprehension. I was like kind of hesitant about even buying the damn NFT. I was like, man, I don't know, bro. The site crash, so everybody didn't know it. And I was like, look, it's all the regular ones gonna be gone.
For real though.
Ain't nobody. I was trying to figure out who buying the $10,000 one.
Another celebrity. It gotta be somebody.
Hey man, people be having it, man.
I ain't gonna lie. If I had the 10 G's,
if I had it, like comfortably had it.
Oh yeah,
have it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta throw that in there.
That's the other thing, because like if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it.
Big facts. Big facts. Yeah, man. I don't know. This is weird to me. I'm curious as to why he didn't get
these royalty conversations. Always get tricky, especially when the paperwork is there. But you know that Nas has always been a good steward when it comes to his business.
Exactly.
At least from what we know about Nas, right? We never heard any shady dealings as far as him not paying producers and things like that. You never heard that come from him. So, and then Pete Rock being as legendary in the game as he was at the time, and now even more with more time, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, why? Like, how did we get here? So I'm still putting the onus on Pete Rock though. I still feel like, why wait, this long to even announce it, or make, or at least hit the news waves. I'll say that. Yeah. And then you just wait in this long period when you have the money and the power and the influence to kind of fix those things anyway.
I wonder what those conversations are like behind closed doors, because I know Pete Rock and Nas probably see each other at some point.
Probably quite often. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, I don't know. I couldn't, if I knew that a piece of work that I made is supposed to generate revenue for somebody else, like, and I see them all the time and I haven't paid them, like, I would feel weird. And I would imagine Nas would feel similar.
It's kind of the situation like, hey, my boy, I know you ain't buying no shoes or nothing for nobody else, and you owe me money. You talking about, fam? You just like he Nas invested early in like the Ring cameras, right? Yeah. Got a huge payout from that. Yeah. My boy, I seen it in the news. You got 100 million. I need my royalties, bro. Like what's happening? And that's probably only like I'm not sure what royalties and how the percentages and those things are even broken down. So don't even let me get the line on that. Mm-hmm. But just damn near 30 years for what's considered a hip hop staple.
That shit gotta be.
It's almost priceless.
Come on, man. That's crazy. And again,
and it's like, what's the settlement amount? Like, what number can you give him?
I'm charging interest.
Like, man. I mean, what number can you give me right now to just be like, you know what?
But see, for me, you can't even do that yet, because I need to know the amount I'm supposed to have.
Yes, like inflation,
all that. So once I know that number, then we can figure out a settlement.
We gotta talk.
Because you can't just offer me $2 million and the shit was worth $10 million. Like, no, that's not gonna work.
No,
that's not gonna work.
You can't pay me $94, bro.
No,
I need 2022.
I need 2025 numbers. That's how far ahead I am. Yes, sir.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man.
Man, since we're on the conversation of money, man, we got some news that the people can use, but I think it's graduation cap. But Navient, student loan lender, has come out saying that they are going to forgive $1.7 billion in loan forgiveness for private loans. But Johnny, your thoughts?
Listen, I want people to know, yes, Navient is supposed to cancel $1.7 billion in student loan debt for 66,000+ borrowers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from reading this article that we have that came from CBS in Denver, like this is only for, like Ralph said, private loans for people that went to schools that kind of, I think that shut down, like ITT Tech, like those types of schools. Yep. So I was excited as hell when I read that, because 1.7 billion, I need to be in that, but no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And other people that Navient forced into like long-term forbearance, where you don't have to pay your monthly payments at this time, but that interest is still going to accrue. So they end up owing even more money. So those are the people that are going to get their student loans forgiven from this batch. But I feel like there are going to be more things coming out in the future.
Yeah, and it's funny because like in the article that I had, I can't find it right now, it was 66,000 people that ran up a $1.7 billion tab.
Almost $2
Think
billion.
About that again.
That is
like I'm not a numbers guy at all. 66,000 ran up 1.7 billion.
I think total student loan debt, just period, for the country is up to like 2 trillion or some shit like that. Like it's nuts.
That sounds about right.
That's nuts.
It's funny because like when you see the headline, you're like, oh yeah, that's what's up. It's kind of like they're going on the promise. Like, we go get into a little bit of politics talk too. The Biden-Harris campaign, they ran on those promises, right?
Yes, sir.
So we're like, okay, Navient is not doing it because the president and or the head of state or whoever said that they need to do it. I mean, it was really because they got sued.
Yes.
It's really because they got sued. So that's the only reason they're even doing this loan forgiveness. And then it's for private loans, right? Like you said, for technical schools, private schools, probably a little bit, those smaller schools because they were predatory. What about everybody else?
Oh,
and Navient transferred a lot of people's loans. I'm gonna speak for myself personally. They transferred my loans to add. It's like Aid Advantage or something like
Aid
that.
Advantage,
Aid
some
Advantage,
bullshit. Yeah, I got
like that.
I
was like, well, I'm still,
But even before it was Navient, it was Sally Mae. So I just feel like it's gonna keep doing that. And I'm wondering if they did that because they knew they was gonna have to do this.
Obviously,
that's crazy.
But nobody, like, when stuff is coming down the pipeline, businesses know how to shuffle things around. The game. So that's exactly what's happening right here in front of our eyes. Yeah, they might, okay, we'll forgive this little 1.7, but we still got people on the line for trillions. So, and they know that forgiving student loans would lift the weight for so many people. People's credit scores would shoot up. People would just be able to do the things that they wanted to do because they're not paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month for trying to better their lives by going to school.
The crazy thing is, if they were to forgive all student loan debt, the economy would literally thrive because people would literally go do the shit they want to do, travel, shop, all that stuff.
But you know why? It's too easy to. You can't give the poor a reason to have these things, like to really elevate themselves like that. Yeah. You keep them distracted. That's why I'm about to get into
we here.
Because remember, like, certain things are distractions, right? To the actual layout and things that are actually happening. Because remember, you talked about it. We talked about it in private about the Maya Angelou quarter thing. I was like, all right, that's dope. Black woman on the quarter, St. Louis native, a poet at that. You know what I'm saying? She's not a politician. She's a poet, world-renowned poet. Dope. She's on the quarter. We don't use change no more. All right, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I ask you for a quarter right now, you're like, hey, bro, I can cash app you $5, but I can't give you no quarter.
Well, I mean, I could. I got a drawer up there.
Oh, but still,
I got
my
you.
point,
Yeah.
man. Cash is not even a real thing anymore.
It's really
That's
not.
Crazy.
It's really not.
That's crazy to say. So
That's
I was like, and then don't even let me get to racial nuances and shit. Like, I was like, don't pander to me right now. Like, what's the quarter go do for me right now?
Big fact.
Like, that's cool. Like, I am so happy. Like, that is dope.
Mm-hmm.
We never get the Tubman 20. All right, that's whatever. But it's just like, don't pander to me. Don't pander to me. It's too much other stuff right now that y'all should be doing. But y'all can pass laws for the Asian hate bills. Y'all can do everything. Y'all can do everything else.
It's true.
Loans can be forgiven for
66,000 people. But I saw a video of, I guess this is like the Navy SEALs or something.
Yeah.
Motherfucker had a jetpack on or something. He went from like a little speedboat to like one of the USS America or some shit like that. You seen that video?
Mm-mm.
Like, so it was like a small speedboat of like Navy SEALs or something in the water. Mm-hmm. But then one dude has on like a jetpack and he flies himself from the speedboat to this big ass Navy ship in the sea.
Oh, so they got money for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing. They always have money for Department of Defense. Like, they'll never, the Pentagon will never go broke. They'll always find money for that. They'll always find money to fight these wars. They'll always find money for anything else, but they'll never use the money for infrastructure. They'll never use the money for his own people. And if you ever let poor people, us, get a chance to actually elevate themselves to at least fucking middle class, like, I like what you want for us? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Which is why I'm trying to get my people on this whole crypto metaverse shit. We got to figure out how to make it work for our advantage, to our advantage, so we can get ahead. Because clearly, shit in the physical world ain't working. So, but shit, they'll find a way to build laws around that shit too. So,
man, if too many of y'all get, and that was the only thing that's always been my hesitation when it comes to crypto, Bitcoin, Forex, all that great stuff, right? I don't know if the government has really found a way to regulate it yet. That's why it's kind of like, you see people say they was on the ground floor of Bitcoin, but you see they cashed out though too.
Big facts.
They went and got oh, well, my Bitcoin up to 66,000. Let me go and get this.
Yeah.
So if the government ain't really found a way to like regulate it, it's kind of like it's a chance. It's a small chance that you'll win with that. And if you win, go and get your money. Get the cash.
Yes, and get out.
Get all your Maya Angelou quarters.
Well, what's Saha say? Get your money and get out the game.
You might as well, because that's how this is how life is set up, my boy. It's crazy, man.
Oh, it's so depressing.
Very much so, man. Very much so. But I'm just, it was dope. But I just saw it. I was like, oh, that's cool, but this ain't for me. Like I was like, I'll never believe it until I get a letter, email saying that, hey, you don't owe any more money to us. $0.
Yep, for real.
I'm really that type. I don't believe nothing until that happens.
And on top of that, it's been almost 2 years since we actually made student loan payments, and those companies are still thriving, I guess. Like, clearly y'all don't.
They started a new company. I didn't even know what that aid advantage was. I stopped looking at them emails.
You know what's crazy? I bet you the same people or the same shell companies that own Sally Mae and or Navient probably own this aid advantage shit. They just find a way to move the money.
It was Sally Mae, Fannie Mae, U.S. Department
Freddie Mac.
Yeah, Freddie Mac, right. Shit. What happened to the U.S. Department of Education getting their money back? What happened to that? Because people got loans from them too. You got Fed loans too. Navient ain't all of them private, right?
Yeah, so like the Fed loans, those are government-backed loans. Yeah. So like they're separate than the private company. So so Aid Advantage, Navient, those are the private companies.
Exactly. Yeah. That's my point. So it's like, okay. It's like,
damn, now I'm sad.
I saw it. I was just like, oh no, I don't believe in this. No, this ain't it. You're not gonna play me, man. You're not gonna play me.
I wonder what happens when a person passes away that still has outstanding student loans and they don't have a cosigner? Like, does that shift to somebody, or is it just gone? Like, is that it?
I wonder. Well, I'll use my life as an example. My mother did have student loans, but my uncle was a cosigner on that, so they still kind of bother him. He's like, "Look, I ain't paying you shit. I ain't paying you nothing, so don't worry about it." She was paying y'all what she was. I'm like, man, look, man, I love my uncle, man, but he ain't got no fucking filter. He ain't got no filter, man.
Listen, when I get that age, I won't have none either. Shit, fuck it. For like, real,
it's so crazy. Like, I guess, like you're right. He's 6. He'll be 65 in a few weeks.
Okay.
So, but he been like this for my whole life. he just say what he want to say, man.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it.
But yeah, we have clearly gone off the topic.
Right. Man, all right. So let's real quick get into new music.
Okay. Cool.
What have you listened to? Because a lot of music came out this past week.
That is very true. Like, I downloaded the Corday album. I couldn't stay with it. That doesn't mean it's not good. I just couldn't. I was, doing things.
Busy. Yeah, I got you.
I saw a slew of singles, so I was like, oh no, I'm gonna run through these. Like, I could do that.
Got you.
So it's a new single by Joey Badass called "The Revenge." I really become a fan more of Joey Badass since he became an actor. Like, even though he raps, like he always rapped, and I think he can rap really well too. But the music never stuck with me like that. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever.
Gotcha.
But this song, I was like, I can rock with it. So it's called "The Revenge." And then Papoose dropped the song.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Oh, snap.
It's hold on. Let me tell you who on here. Okay. I'm trying not to, but this is serious, man. Okay.
Okay.
It's Papoose featuring 2 Chainz, Remy Ma, Busta Rhymes, and Lil Wayne. Now it's produced by Timbaland, but it's not the best Timbaland beat. It's not.
Damn, he gave Papoose the throwaway.
Oh, no, I don't, man. Throwaway will be a compliment.
Oh no,
it's kind of like you listen to like, oh no, man. Like Pat probably picked this beat. He was like, oh, I'll take this one. Like, come on, man. No, don't just take
probably
it because Timbaland
might have been cheap.
That's probably
a cheap Timbaland beat.
Well, he had to pay everybody else for the features, so that's probably like, I can't pay for the beat too. Like,
he probably ain't pay Remy. He ain't had to pay Remy.
You think so?
I don't know. Nah. Remy said Remy my shit. I'm sure. It verbatim. She said that.
And then EarthGang dropped a new single too. All Eyes on Me. I fuck with that.
Okay, that's what's up. So I did get a chance to listen to the Corday album.
What you think about it?
For the full way through one time. Okay. I'll say this. First of all, it's not a bad album. It's not a bad album at all. It's not a bad album. But my favorite song is actually the first song on the album. Like, so there's an intro. I believe is like his little brother that passed away is rapping over the phone in jail, right? Cool. Okay. Nice little freestyle. The first song is called, is it Jean Michael? Fire song. I think that song is great. And I'm like, okay, this is awesome because it's probably gonna set the tone for the rest of the album. Not so much. It's not bad to the point where I'll say this is a sophomore slump because it's still a good album, but for whatever reason, and again, this is only one time through, it didn't resonate with me like that. Especially after coming off of his first album, which was actually Grammy nominated. It's like, I think I expected more, but technically, from how you're phrasing it, it is a sophomore slump. Which is, we're not. Sometimes, even though sophomore slumps aren't bad albums, they're just not received in the same way that the first album was, because, like most people say, you get your whole life and make the first album. So the first album just hits a little different, right? So
the second album is like, okay, like I like the song with Lil Wayne because I heard that was a single. That was
right, Sinister. Yep.
So I heard that before the album, and then honestly, I think I just got like kind of away from the album. I was working, so I really wasn't like paying attention like that. I did watch his Tiny Desk, which was
I didn't know. Yeah,
it was pretty cool. It came out the day the album did. So
got you. Oh yeah, I'm turn it on.
So he's very funny when performing. Like he's very eccentric, and he be trying to sing. I'm like, nah, like I mean, not on some like
not live.
No, he really be trying to like Scooby Doo Doo.
Nah.
Like he be like, nah, bro, nah, that ain't it.
That's cool. Just do sing on your album, because when you edit, you can touch it up, but don't do that shit live.
Yeah, man.
And all right, man, we gotta have a talk. We gotta call the congregation to the hip hop community. Okay. Artists, rappers. One of two things needs to happen. Number one, stop inviting Eminem on your songs. Or two, you're gonna have to tell Eminem he's only allowed a 16 bar verse. One or the other has to happen. I'm sorry. On this Cordae album, his song Parables, which I think is one of it's a fire song. It's a remix to this song with that features Eminem, right? So I see that immediately. I'm like, okay, this shit gonna be hard. I almost listened to it first, but I was like, nope, let me listen to the album, how it's out, how it's listed, right? Cool. It's like it's the second to the last song. It comes on, Cordae's verses are the same, cool. Eminem comes on, starts out cool, but then he Eminem the song.
I know what that means.
The fact that you know what it means is hilarious. But
I'm sorry.
Like Eminem, we know you can rap. We know this. This was your opportunity to storytell. That's what the fuck a parable is. It's a story. Tell a fucking story. Okay, I'm sorry.
The only rapper that's aging gracefully is Nas, man.
Clearly,
because everybody else, man,
my
goat, Eminem, Buzz, everybody just out here just making songs and they don't be sticking like that.
And this the thing, like he was actually saying some shit. Took a shot at Tekashi, all kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
It's the delivery. And how long he's rapping. Like I don't want to. No, I don't want to hear it like that. It's annoying, man. I'm sorry, Marshall Bruce Mathers as
Marshall Bruce Mathers.
No, we gotta chill, man. Listen, we know you can rap. You're cemented in hip hop. We know that. Stop doing this shit, please.
That's very true, man. No, it's real quick, man. And I think we kind of glossed over this with the Kanye Netflix documentary coming out. Yeah. The Genius.
Yes,
coming out as a 3-part joint coming out. Like Kanye's marketing plan is all over the place these days. I don't know what he's doing. Kanye, my boy, you was doing good, getting back in the masses of the getting back good in the eyes of the masses, especially with the Free Larry Hoover stuff, and I guess the fake making up with Drake and all that stuff. But we see through it. Even us, like we was hype off the old music, you know what I'm saying? And even though I had down in my top 5, I still haven't forgot. Perfect Form remembers, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm off the hook, my boy. But I don't even know where to begin with Kanye. Like, am I gonna watch the documentary? Hell yeah, because this is old Kanye. Like, I'm 100% watching this 3-part too.
Yeah,
like we seen Rhyme Fest. I ain't seen Rhyme Fest since Brand New. Wasn't he in wasn't he in Insecure or something like that? Rhyme Fest. One of the shows I was watching. No, probably Southside. I'm probably tripping.
Yes, he was a Southside.
Okay, I knew it was something like that.
Random as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm
watching for sure. Like
100. Listen, seeing that trailer, like this is footage from
the rise.
But even before he started working with Jay-Z, like this is before all that. Like
5
this is
beats a day for 3 summers.
Man, what?
Like, that's that. Yeah, we about to see. I'm watching.
This shit about to be hard.
So it's crazy. It's so crazy. Like I don't fuck with Kanye personally. I don't fuck with any of his politics. I don't fuck with any of his antics. But I will buy the shoes. Some of them. I will check. I will look at the old stuff. I will even stream some of his new music. But this is like, it's that fine line, man. I don't have to fuck with him.
Yeah.
Because listen, like that whole.
Do we even need to get into it? Do you want to get into it?
Because it's in the song, it's in the music. He put it in this music, right?
Okay.
So the new song with Game called Easy is just I don't even think it has a hook. It's just Game rapping, and then it is a hook, and then Game, and then Kanye. Like Game does what Game does. Kanye kind of you know, he has some few bars in there. I mean, whoever wrote them for him, but you know, he delivered them well. Okay. And then, you know, the shot at Pete Davidson at the end. Why, like, Pete Davidson is a celebrity, right? Cool. He ain't on the level of Kanye. He honestly ain't on the level of Kim, but he's dating her. Cool, God bless him. But Pete Davidson ain't got like nothing. Like, he's not even a Hollywood A-lister. Like, and that's fair to say.
It's true. You know what's really nasty about that? Like, Kanye is literally out in public dating another woman. So why are you going at the person that's dating your future ex-wife? Which is still kind of crazy. But I feel like you can't take shots at the person dating your future ex-wife when you're literally out in public in videos on social media with another woman. That's stupid. That's dumb.
Now let's get into this conversation, right? Kim kept him from going to I think he was the oldest daughter, North, right?
I believe so.
It was her birthday party, right? And he couldn't go.
They wouldn't tell him the address.
Obviously, it's because you're wilding and you're bringing the media circus. And this is the Kardashians probably saying this. That's nasty. The Kardashians don't want the media circus around.
But no, that is crazy. That's crazy.
But I'll say this: they do keep the kids out of it. Whatever the Kardashians got going, the kids are never really a part of it.
True. Even though it's wild that they were keeping him from his daughter's party, right?
Mm-hmm.
I understand why they did it though, because you're wilding, you wilding out on Pete Davidson, saying you're gonna beat his ass when you see him. All you buying the house across the street and shit. Like, they trying to keep shit safe.
Yeah, and it's the babies, man. Like, this is the thing, man. It's kids, man. Like, and you know, I don't have any kids, but I am married, so I kind of get this. I kind of get the whole dynamic in a sense, I guess. But it's just like, those are like, at the end of the day, it's about the kids, right? If you really care about your kids, you'll do what you need to do about them. Because I ain't heard Kanye as much as we seen Kanye, we ain't seen them damn kids around here.
We have not.
We haven't. So I really don't. I guess I don't even have sympathy in that situation.
But I mean, okay, so
no, I don't have sympathy for Kanye,
right?
Like,
well,
in that situation,
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like we don't know what Kanye does with his kids when there's no cameras around.
Oh, that's no. This is the only reason I'm making these assumptions is because of the life that they put out.
Okay.
Like, I mean, obviously, obviously, I don't know. You know, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
The only reason I'm saying these things is because, like, hey, Kanye been on this whole media run, praise Jesus and all that. You could have had North with you with praising Jesus. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm okay. I'm pretty sure North is a Drake fan.
That would piss Kanye off. I know it.
Hey, no. The equivalent to that is like you being in the NBA, but your son like Steph Curry. It's the same shit. I love Nick Cannon. He's hilarious. Fuck Nick Cannon.
Right.
There's a lot of that too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's okay. All right. I might be rolling with that. But that's funny to say.
I'm just saying. But no, that's just from the life that he's put out there. He's crying on social media. Kim has been actually pretty silent. Kim, and actually, the troll part is Kim is probably the least problematic of the Kardashians.
Ain't that crazy?
That's the crazy thing. She jumped the whole damn thing off.
Well, no, I don't know. Courtney. Not Courtney. Yeah, Courtney.
Oh.
Not Chloe, not Tristan Thompson's. That's Chloe, right?
Yeah, that's Chloe.
Courtney. She the one that's least, to me, she's the one that's least problematic.
I just feel like since Kim been popping out from kids, she don't be doing
I'm wild for even knowing their name.
That's how much in the pop lexicon they are, man. That's not your fault.
It's my fault.
It's not. How can you outrun the Kardashian machine?
You're right.
I have never watched one episode of that show. But yet, you can name them. How can you name
Fam, I know the Jenners. That's some bullshit.
Well, I mean, they're a family famous for nothing. It's like, now if you want to name all the Jacksons, okay, good, my boy, you got that. But I'm just saying they're famous for something. This family literally does nothing.
They marketing genius. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Big facts.
Anyway, back to new music.
Right.
Anyway, look, Shay Noir dropped a project, she has a project coming this Friday.
Okay.
Three of those tracks are out now. 2 Chainz dropped the EP. I didn't get a chance to listen to it yet, but I gotta download it.
That single is trash.
Okay,
that's coming from me.
Got you.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear 2 Chainz rap with 42 Doug or any little dudes no more. No, because is he trying
to rap like them?
The song isn't good.
Okay,
the song ain't good.
Okay,
it's not good.
Okay,
like this is my thing, right? 2 Chainz is pretty much an elder statesman.
Oh, big facts.
Like, you know, we and I might be regurgitating a point I heard somewhere. It might have been on Joe Budden or something like that. But he's at the point where he's been out for a long time, and he's at the same level of kind of like, maybe not the same level, but just the same artistic view of like Rick Ross, maybe a Jay-Z. Like, you're just rapping, but you're going to give us old luxury. Like, you know, like you need to start kicking that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't need to hear 2 Chainz trap no more.
Yeah, you should be to the point where you out the trap, you got your money, now you know, making investments.
But I mean, but even though hence the name, $1 million worth of game.
Is he wasn't giving any game on the song?
The song is trash. And I love Chainz, man. You know me.
Funny.
You know I do. So I ain't.
I know. Well, might as well undownload that.
I just said the song. I'll probably give the rest of the EP a spin, but that 42 Doug, get that out of here. He do not need to rap with those kids. He doesn't.
Okay. Now, 2 more projects that came out that I want to note. Nick Grant dropped an album. Mm-hmm. He dropped like a 3-pack couple months ago. That was pretty dope. So he dropped the album Welcome to Loveland. Haven't got a chance to listen to it yet, but I got to download it. And then Earl Sweatshirt dropped the album. Now I got to download it, but I'm actually scared to listen, only because his last 2 projects, I just didn't work. It didn't work for me.
Earl don't do it for me.
Didn't work for me, man.
Yeah. You know, I just came around on Tyler, so you don't. Earl.
Nah, you yell. Yep, keep it forward.
Yeah,
got you. Nah, I feel that. That's all I got though for new music, man. A lot of stuff dropped, so I'll be listening to a lot of stuff this week.
Yeah, man. But let us know what y'all think about any of these topics that we discussed here on OS today, man.
Definitely. So if you're on YouTube, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us this long.
Yep.
Please hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment. Let us know what y'all think about the episode. Join in on some of the discussions. And if you want audio, we about to